It's 2002, and I'm secretly in love with my best friend Robbie, and the only living creature I've told in the whole world is my dog Max. I've heard about this new show called Queer as Folk on Showtime, which we don't get, obviously, and so I secretly downloaded it on Kazaa. That's right, Kazaa, because I'm in that digital wasteland time after Napster, but before Netflix streaming, because I'm vintage like that. I watch each episode in secret, alone in my bedroom, and while I'm definitely not sneaking into gay bars and boning 29-year-olds, I see myself young, scared, sometimes picked on for being gay and Justin Taylor, and I see who I want to be. Out, proud, sexy, invincible, and Brian Kenny. Watching each of those episodes alone in my bedroom made me feel a little bit less alone because I saw myself in these characters. And then I went to college, and for one of my classes, I had to see a play, and since the Laramie Project was playing on campus, I went to go see that. The Laramie Project tells the story of the residents of Laramie, Wyoming in the events leading up to and in the aftermath of the brutal murder of Matthew Shepard, who was beaten and tied to a fence and left to die for being openly gay. Holy shit. It was powerful and depressing and in some ways really freaking inspiring to see the story of his friends and parents and how they rallied together, to see the community come together to make sure that this never happened again, to see myself represented on stage, beauty and complexity and pain and vulnerability all together in one. On the walk home after the play, one of my friends said to me, I just keep thinking about my friend from high school. We all knew he was gay, but he just wasn't ready to come out. And so we did everything we could to make sure that he knew that we would be supportive when he was finally ready. I know that she was talking about her friend, of course, but I know she was also talking about me. And in that moment, I knew that it was going to be okay, that I was going to be okay. And the Laramie Project gave that to me. Tectonic Theater Company, which wrote and produced the Laramie Project, estimates that over 30 million people have seen the play. That's people like me. Maybe that's people like you. I know that I left the theater riled up to change the world because stories are really incredibly, unbelievably powerful. My friend Shay is starting a new theater company, Uprising Theater Company, because he realizes just that. Stories can change the world. And he's not content to end with you walking away from the theater with an amazing feeling. He's partnering with nonprofits so that before you even leave the theater, you have opportunities to get involved. Whether that's joining a mailing list, making a donation, writing a letter to your lawmaker, or signing up for mailing lists, you can channel all of that positive energy that you feel from seeing a show and put it into direct action. I think it's a bloody brilliant idea, and they need our help. Uprising Theater Company is running a Kickstarter campaign right now to fund their very first theater production. They're about halfway through the campaign, and they're about halfway funded, which means they need our help to help them get to the finish line. If you're like me and you believe that stories have the power to change the world, will you make a donation or share the Kickstarter campaign? You can post a link on social media or send it in an email to your friends and family. The link is uprisingtheaterco.com/Kickstarter. I'll put a link in the description below. And now, no matter what you do, go out there and change the world.